You know the most dangerous place to hide business logic in your code? It's in your database. I've spent over 2 decades cleaning up code bases where critical business rules lived in stored procedures, and it's a nightmare on every single line. So here's the thing that nobody's talking about, and this may be a controversial opinion, so I love to hear your thoughts on this. When your logic is buried in the database, you lose version control, you lose your deployment pipeline, and you lose your mind trying to debug production issues. The Qualcomm CEO said, quote, "I've seen it. It is incredible about Android, about a lot of these things. And I'm telling you that like one of the best ways to lose your mind is to hide these things in stored procedures, and it's going to destroy a lot of the development that you're working on." Now let's dive into this topic today because this is going to be kind of an interesting one, so hang on with me today. All right, so here's my controversial take. Stored procedures and views are no place in modern application development. I know it's going to ruffle some feathers, especially some old school DBAs, but stick with me. I'm going to walk you through exactly why this rule has saved countless hours and prevented catastrophic bugs in every project that I've led. Now, when you put your business logic in stored procedures, you're creating a hidden layer of complexity that most of your teams can't see or maintain. Your application becomes incomplete. Half your business rules are in C# or Python. The other half are buried in SQL Server procedures. Debugging becomes a nightmare because your IDE can't step through database code the same way it does through application code. New developers joining your team have to learn two places to look for logic instead of one consistent code base. So business rules scattered across application code and database procedures means nobody understands the complete pictures. So I've watched senior developers waste days trying to track down bugs that existed in stored procedures they didn't even know were being called. Now, your Git repository also shows your application code history, but stored procedures live outside that version control. Now, I hear people say all the time, yeah, but we copy ours into the Git repo. Yeah, until somebody doesn't. When a stored procedure changes, there's no pull request, there's no code review, no approval process before it hits production. Rolling back a bad deployment becomes a gruesome guessing game. Which version of which stored procedure was running when? Database migration tools exist, but developers routinely bypass them and modify procedures directly in production databases. The paper trail you have for every line of application code simply doesn't exist for database logic. So I've seen production outages caused by stored procedures changes that nobody could trace back to who made them or when. Now, as always, make sure to drop a comment down below because I love to hear from you guys. It's the best compliment you can give me. Now, the other thing too is you can't unit test a stored procedure, right? Unit testing stored procedure requires spinning up actual database connections, which is slow and fragile. Your test suite should run in milliseconds, but database tests take seconds or minutes, which is going to be killer for developer time. If you like this clip, make sure you check out the full Startup Hack Live video here because we've got lots more for you today.